Shields up, Ironbreakers. Rurikhan here coming at you with another video. And before we get onto the topic of this one, I do have a small correction to make on the previous video that I did, where I had mentioned that the Belgium Gaming Commission had declared that loot boxes were in fact gambling, and I wasn't 100% correct, which is kind of really bums me out because basically I saw the news last night and then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna sleep on it, and then in the morning, I'm going to check up and see if other websites confirm this story, and if they do, I'm going to then make my video on it. So I wake up, 10 more websites are confirming the story just like I reported, and I'm like, okay, cool, I can talk about it now. And it turns out everybody was wrong. It was apparently some kind of mistranslation. And ultimately what has happened is Belgium's Minister of Justice actually made a statement saying that he wants to take this loot box as gambling thing to Europe and basically get it banned in the entirety of Europe, but no official decision has been made yet on whether or not they are considered gambling. But basically, it's almost like it's there, but it's not quite there yet. So I think there's a lot of still valid points on the video, so I'm going to leave it up. But I did want to make this correction before we get into the topic of this particular video. Now, the topic of this video is going to be net neutrality, because it's not enough that publishers of video games and whatnot are trying to dick us over with loot boxes and microtransactions. Basically, there are other entities that are looking to screw us over even worse. So what is the deal with net neutrality? Now, this is something that I've been fighting for quite some time, because I remember making videos about net neutrality as early as like 2006, maybe? I don't remember how long ago it was, but I kind of feel like I've been making videos about net neutrality for quite some time. And I understand that a lot of people still don't know exactly what net neutrality is about. And basically, let me try to explain it in a language that most people will understand, since we are now debating all of this Battlefront 2 stuff. I'm pretty sure I can get people to understand through microtransactions and loot boxes and whatnot, right? So basically, with net neutrality implemented, it's like the model that we used to have for video games in the past. You pay your $60, you get your full internet experience, okay? Now, naturally, the price is going to vary depending on speeds and all that stuff. But basically, what I'm trying to tell you is like, the way the internet is right now, it's like a boxed retail game of old, where you would get the full game, and there you go. Here's your internet connection, boom. You pay for it monthly, it's done, it's a done deal. You get access to everything the internet has to offer. Now, if FCC Chairman Ajit Pai is able to push his agenda forward, what is going to happen is you're going to get microtransactions on your internet. I'm not even kidding, that is literally what is going to happen. So basically, say for instance you have your basic internet, right? It's like buying the base version of Battlefront 2. Here's your internet, and now it's like, oh, you want to unlock Luke Skywalker? Let's say Luke Skywalker is YouTube, for instance. Oh, you want to unlock YouTube? Okay, well, $10 more a month, and you can get YouTube. And it's like, oh, you're not going to pay the $10 a month? Well, you can still get YouTube. It's just going to be slow as fuck, just like you have to grind for Luke Skywalker. And pretty much, when you're talking about YouTube, you can talk about any other service that you can think of. Like, for instance, you like playing World of Warcraft? Well, you can get our internet special with the World of Warcraft add-on that is going to put you in the fast lane when you're logging into Blizzard's World of Warcraft servers. Oh, you don't want to do that? Well, it's okay. You can still play World of Warcraft with a ping of 600 milliseconds. Enjoy that experience. It's going to be friggin' fantastic. Now, what else can I talk about? How about Netflix? You guys like Netflix? Oh, you want to watch Netflix in 4K? You can get our very special internet package with Netflix for 4K just for $15. So if you add those up, you're gonna get like your $10 for YouTube, you're gonna get your $10 for World of Warcraft, and then you get your $15 for Netflix. And it's like, oh, you want Hulu with that? Okay, we're gonna get you. We got the special package, Netflix plus Hulu, $20. Okay, how about that? So you're gonna add all of that on top of your base internet subscription in order to access all these services. And then you're like, oh, but I kind of feel like playing Splatoon right now. It's like, oh, you want to get the Nintendo special package? That's $5 more right there on your account. Boom. So that is basically the way things can go once net neutrality is not in place, which is essentially the legislation that is currently going for vote. I think, when is it going? It's like 14th of December. I don't know exactly the date. You guys really need to look that shit up, because here's the thing. I'm not from the States, okay? So I have very limited influence in this regard. The only thing I can really do is inform you guys about what's going on and tell you guys that you guys should be calling your congressman, making sure they vote to enforce net neutrality. As a matter of fact, is there any way to get them to like enforce and like write it on a block of stone or something? Because I kind of feel like we've been fighting this legislation for God knows how long. And I know that maybe there are some people out there in other sections of the world that are not the States, and it's like, why the fuck should I care about any of this? This doesn't affect me. And you're kind of probably forgetting that a lot of things that you do on the internet actually do access American servers. So basically, if you don't have access to those servers in the United States, you're gonna have a couple of problems. And remember, those servers are going to be subject to the same monthly plans that I was discussing. So maybe not everyone is going to be able to afford actually providing, paying additional fees for their internet. So those servers are going to be on the slow lane. So it doesn't matter where you are in the world. If you're trying to access a server that's in the States, you're going to have a serious problem because some of those servers are going to be hitting the slow lane. So trust me, it is important that we fight for net neutrality, that we keep net neutrality afloat for everyone's sake. I mean, that's really it. Phone your congressman. Like, if you live in the States, phone your congressman. I'm gonna have a link, and actually 2 links, because I think there's like 2 links that will just take you to a website that just gives you the exact place that you need to call. So I'm gonna have 2 links in the website down there so you guys can go and, speak to your congressman and friggin' make sure that we don't get microtransactions on our internet, okay? Please, please, I'm begging you. If you live in the States, I'm literally begging you right now, okay? Phone your congressman, harass them, make them understand that we don't want this. I mean, I say we, I'm not from the States, so I don't really get a vote, but like, you guys shouldn't be wanting that, like, for real. You guys understood what I told you at the start of the video, right? Anyway, if you have a family member or maybe a friend or something that doesn't understand how this kind of shit works, just pass this video along so that they get the basic idea of why they need to be fighting for net neutrality to ensure that net neutrality remains in place. We need net neutrality. And you know that earlier today I was thinking to myself, there's so many people already doing the net neutrality video. I probably don't need to echo their sentiment. And that's when I realized that's their strategy, because they've been kind of trying to push this legislation for years on end. And that's their strategy. They're trying to fatigue us. They're trying to get us tired. They're trying to kick us when we're down. And once we're tired of like listening to the same thing over and over, they expect us to just let it slide. Let's not let that happen. Thank you very much for watching this video. Hopefully, if this was useful to you in any way, shape, or form, hit the like button because it will help disseminate the video through YouTube. If you are new here and you like the types of videos I do, subscribe so that you're always notified when there's a new video. Hit the bell icon so that you actually get the notifications. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.